Alright, I'm back on my rogue in Season of Discovery, and we have a insane visual upgrade. We just got the Bloodfang Spalders yesterday, which was an upgrade over this disgusting piece of armor. So now we look way more like a proper rogue. We also got the Dragon Fang Blade, which is a mega upgrade over the stupid Barman Shanker I was using before. So I'm excited to pump with this new gear. And for our Community Fresh event, where we're like restricting what raids we can go to and what level we can go to, we have now progressed to Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. So this is actually the first time any of these guys are going to, any of these characters are going to Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. We've all got like tier 1 and tier 2 gear. So some of these bosses should be, you know, a little bit of a struggle. You know, we don't have like insane gear to super duper overpower them, but we do have 29 people in the group. So should be a good time. Hopefully it's a good time. You know, Temple of AQ, maybe not the most popular instance in all of vanilla, but we're going to try to get some good loot. I did a soft reserve on the Death Sting dagger from Cthulhu, and I went for the Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket from Fankriss, which is very special in this version. In the regular version, it's like a threat reduction thing, but in this version, it's completely different. It's just a trinket with an activated effect, and it makes you burrow your head in the sand for 10 seconds, and you can still move around while you're burrowed. And it makes like everything stop attacking you, stop being able to target you. It's really insane. So it's not exactly a damage dealer trinket, right? But it has some really interesting uses that let you do some kind of funny stuff. So I think it'd be pretty cool if we got that. We'd be able to get up to some funny business. Use your draft of the sand? I think I did. Yeah, I did use the draft of the sand. So these are all, you know, guild member characters that don't have any gear above tier 1 or tier 2. Can only trade within the guild, so they're not getting like fed high-level gear from mains or anything like that. Those restrictions that we put on this event, I feel like have really made the event special and a lot more fun. So I really enjoy the like restriction of not just getting fed a bunch of gear and carried by high-level characters or geared characters, you know? So one thing you can use the Fetish of the Sand Reaver for is the boss Meixana in Naxxramas. You can use the burrowing ability from the Fetish to avoid the stun mechanic from Meixana. And very, very few things in the game can avoid that. You know, Paladin Divine Shield cannot avoid it. A Mage Ice Block cannot avoid it. Rogue Vanish, if timed properly, can avoid it. And that's like the only thing I know of. Fetish and Vanish that can avoid that stun. So, if you avoid the stun, you get to keep attacking the boss while everyone else sits around, well, stunned. So that's good. Some other funny business you can do with that is, if you're a PvP enthusiast, you can kill a player in a town, and then after you kill them, you can burrow with the trinket, and it causes the guards to stop attacking you. So it's like a safe getaway that the guards can't get you. Oh, the free mount. Oh, yeah. Forgot there was a free mount in this version. After Juras is done with the loot, I'll do a raid warning to remind everyone to get this. So normally in Temple of AQ, like vanilla version, you have to wait until you get a drop for your mount. But in Season of Discovery version, everyone can just get this beige one, this brown one, right after the first boss. So everyone's got a mount now, or should, if they do this. Ring of Swarming Thought is caster loot. Pass. Eat. I wonder if there's anything actually useful for me to do with the Fetish of the Sand Reaver in this raid. If we get it off of Fankriss, then we go to Viscidus next. I think there's nothing good to do with it there. Probably nothing good to do with it on Huhuran, or Twin Emps, or Ouro. Probably not anything good to do with it on Cthulhu anyways. But trust me, guys, it's a good trinket. Dodge. Oh, I could dodge knockback. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's a good idea. Also used for parsing on Calderan. Can you, like, avoid his big, like, stun mechanic? And then continue hitting him during his transition? You got it? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I didn't even know about that usage. I'd usually use it in Scarlet Enclave for Mason the Echo, the boat guy. Because I would go and be the boat boy. And to, like, launch the cannons, and then I'd use the Fetish of the Sand Reaver to, like, de-aggro the mobs that would spawn when I loot the cannonballs or whatever. So I could just go over there completely solo and handle one of the boats if I had enough, like, vanish and escape mechanisms. Oh, you know what I didn't do at the start of this? I didn't show you guys all of the gear I'm working with, okay? I showed you some of the new things we got, but let me show you all the rest of the gear. We got Night Slayer cover from Molten Core, Nomergon Peace Officer. This is necklace from the level 40 Nomergon, so not very good. We got 4-piece Bloodfang, maintaining the 2 and 4-piece bonuses. The 2-piece bonus is super cool. Opening moves have a 100% chance to make your next ability cost no energy. And what happens with my glove rune, let me see if I can get the tooltip for that. Your ambush, backstab, and garrote abilities no longer require you to be behind your target. No problem. The part we care about is backstab has a 15% chance to make your next ambush within 10 seconds not require you to be in stealth. So it'll allow me to do a lot of ambushes throughout a fight, because I have like a 15% chance to basically proc an ambush whenever I backstab. And then whenever I ambush, whether I was in stealth or not when I did the ambush, it'll trigger this Bloodfang 2-piece, making the next ability free. So it gives me a lot of energy economy. And then the 4-piece bonus is just a basic 20% damage on my backstab and ambush. That's great. We got a cloak, some more Bloodfang, the Dragonfang blade, Avengers Void Pearl, Leonid's Charm trinkets aren't looking too good. Rings a bit mediocre. Also, boots of the Shadow Flame, classic. Blood Drenched leggings, and the 2 final pieces of Bloodfang. So, yeah, good stuff. Have you enjoyed your time on the EU realms so far, Ash Toshmit? Yeah, it's been fun. I think the level up phases have been a lot more fun than the level 60 stuff. I feel like the level 60 stuff, we've had a lot of issues that have been kind of like I've had to put extra work in to avoid these issues and not have to deal with them. I feel like there's a way higher rate of like people forming groups and like having gear score checks hard reserving the best loot in the raid. We had a big issue with Onyxia scale cloaks when we were doing Blackwing Lair, with people hard reserving the Onyxia scales when they did Onyxia, and then trying to sell the cloaks to fellow guildmates for between like 500 to 1,000 gold. Like really just gouging the price of those, and then it's like, okay, well, they sit there and they barely sell any of their cloaks, and then the guild doesn't get to do Blackwing Lair runs very much because no one has cloaks, because all the people that have the cloaks are just trying to gouge the guildmates for a bunch of gold. So there are all kind of some issues. So it's taken extra effort for me to avoid stuff like that, and those issues I felt like were not as prominent or didn't really exist at all in the earlier phases. So I've had to put extra effort into specifically and only joining groups that just aren't hard reserving stuff and aren't doing any weird stuff like that. So I've been able to find those groups, and that has helped it remain fun. The opening ability just once per mob. No. I just explained that. Maybe you had posted that message before I explained it. The thing where we can do mid-fight ambushes and get extra opening moves that way. Alright, if I have Gift of Gob active, you guys can't see my cool Bloodfang set, so we gotta cancel Gift of Gob. Free, then Youge, then Vem. Okay, I think I'm gonna start on Youge so I can help with kicking Youge. So they'll kill Kree first. I'll be on Youge and do some kicks. Got Will of the Forsaken to remove the fear in case there's no Tremor Totem in range for me. Forsaken. This spell, I don't need to kick that. I just need to kick this one. Greater heal. Alright, first boss is dead. Stunned. Going over here. This guy charges around a lot. Nice. Alright, we gotta loot our Tarnished Undermine reels. Got them. You receive loot. What do we got? Angelista's Touch, Ring of the Devoured, Bile-Covered Gauntlets. Nature Resist. Yeah, none of that's good for us. That is okay. On to Battleguard Sartura. So the boss that's, you know, there's a few bosses that could be problematic that are, you know, the harder ones. These ones that we've fought so far are pretty easy. Let's say Viscidus has a chance of being a bit of an issue. Twin Emperors could be some problem, and Cthulhu's probably easier than those other two. But for Viscidus, we need to have like a we need a specific plan that we're operating on, right? Like people need to know what they're doing. They need to do the right things. You can't just walk up and kill it like you can on these bosses. And Twin Emperors, again, we need tanks to be properly coordinated to know what they're doing. We need, you know, some healers on one side and healers on the other side to split properly. So those are the ones that just have like a little bit more going on to them, that you can't just walk up and kill them. So what I would do for Viscidus, the Season of Discovery version of Viscidus works differently than the like vanilla era version of it. The era version, the boss has a 99% damage shield. So basically the only relevant way you damage him is by freezing him, shattering him, and killing the globules. On the Season of Discovery version, he only has a 50% damage shield. So you can absolutely hurt the boss by just regularly attacking it. So what I would recommend to do on Viscidus is you have everyone attack the boss and bring it down to 10% health before anyone starts doing any frost attacks to freeze it. Once you get the guy to 50% health, or sorry, to 10% health, then you just have all the mages launched like Frozen Orb and start launching all their frost attacks. So you freeze him once he's super low, and then he freezes and shatters and dies all in one go. And you don't have to do multiple freezes that way. And you can utilize the mage's Frozen Orb cooldown to basically like solve the frost damage mechanic of needing to hit him with a lot of frost damage attacks, right? You don't need everyone in the raid doing a bunch of random frost shit. You just need the mages hitting those Frozen Orbs. Kinito says, yo, Simon and chat, sad I missed the raid, but I was delayed. Oh, that's too bad. Well, hopefully you'll get a good raid in later. Damage. Pulled a little bit of extra trash here. Just a little bit. Oh, what do we lose? 4 people? That's 5 people? That's not too bad. Donor Metallum, hello. How's it going? 14 months of support from Donor Metallum. Thank you very much for the prime. This is calzone or tradizionale? Calzone is like a pizza, but you fold it on top so it's all crust on the outside, but then all the insides are like the pizza ingredients. And I assume what you mean by tradizionale is just regular pizza. I'm guessing. I would go for tradizionale instead of calzone. But then what I would do is I would take the tradizionale pizza and then I would fold it so it's all crust on the outside anyways. That's just the proper way to eat, you know, thin slice pizza. So it'd be like basically like a calzone anyways. On a scale of 1 to 10, how shocked would you be if I told you that mono green is the strongest color in Magic right now? What are we talking about? Like standard or commander or what? Basically, the only competitive format that I pay attention to is Pauper. Because if I was ever to play competitive Magic again, that's the only format I would play because decks are like $50 instead of like $800. Green just won Modern Pro Tour. Oh damn! What deck are we talking about? We talk about what's a good green deck in Modern? Amulet Titan. I feel like that doesn't really count as a green deck, because it's... Or are we talking about some other deck? Amulet Titan, I feel like it's like, it's just a combo deck, you know? Green Eldrazi and Neoform. Okay, okay. I don't really keep up with Modern too much, so I don't really know. Here we go. Battleguard Sartura time. That guy is running away. Alright, well, if they're running away, then I'm just gonna go attack this thing for now. Damn, I'm getting chewed up. Zeds are not dying. Zeds are like super duper not dead yet. Like, none of the ads are dead. They're causing a lot of extra chaos. Normally, I would expect these ads to be dead in the first, like, 15 seconds of the fight. Oh, see, it's aggroed on this guy. I'm super duper running away. Okay. Go back up here. We might still make it. I mean, I think we'll probably still make it. The advantage of bringing 30 people in for a raid that's designed for 20 people is, like, makes it pretty easy. Don't have to sweat too hard. Alright, back out during the whirlwind. Maintain our poison stack with poison knife during whirlwind. We have the bleed. See a big kidney shot. Put my next one on there. Keep it stunned a little bit longer. There we go. No, I thought I could... Damn, I took 2 hits. I thought it was, like, about to end, so I thought I could sneak in and go in, like, take 1 hit. Started attacking a little bit early. Took 2 hits. Maybe too much? I mean, I lived, so how could it be too much? It was actually exactly the right amount. But I didn't die. Alright. A little bit of damage there. Damage to the raid. Naratzek the Blood Drinker. Yo! That's like a weapon for my warrior. Okay, that'd be sick. Double recomposed boots. Oh, shit. Gotta go this way quickly before anyone else realizes. Okay, so this is a terrible mechanic that exists in... basically every instance is the treasure chest mechanic. Everyone needs to loot their tarnished undermine reels out of this treasure chest, and only one person can loot it at a time. Ukko's Ring of Darkness. I'm just linking it so other people can see. Alright, so we need that, and these are BOP. I don't know if I'm supposed to loot those, if they're supposed to go to the raid leader. I don't really care, so whatever. Pass on that. So what we need to do now is we need to wait for every individual person to open the chest one at a time to loot their undermine reels. That's why it's so bad. And there are going to be 3 total treasure chests in this raid. Hit the hard mode crystal. There we go. Let's do a new occult poison, and we're moving on to Fankriss the Unyielding. Stupid boss that doesn't really do anything, but drops that trinket I've been yapping about, the Fetish of the Sand Reaver. And let me double check. Yeah, I'm unopposed on Fetish of the Sand Reaver, so if it drops, it goes directly to me. Nice. And Death Sting, same thing with that. Huge dagger right there. Is this an SR raid or a free roll? This is 2 soft reserve. Let me see. There's some other good items that I don't think got reserved. Belt of Never-Ending Agony has no reserves on it. Execution Bracers, no reserves. So that's Twin Emperors, and the belt is Cthulhu. Jom Gabar's got some reserves on it, so we're not going to get that. We're not going to get Fury, Ring of Karaji Fury. Not going to get that. They got 2 soft reserves on it, but there's some things other than the soft reserve items that we will be able to get. Greek Wario coming in with a raid. Yo! Hello. Says, have a great stream, brother. Thank you, Greek Warrior. Hope you had a wonderful stream too. Hope you have a good meal. It's always very very good feeling to have a long stream day, tired and hungry, and you get a big meal after the stream. I know that. Hell yeah. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Greek Wario viewers. I know Greek Wario plays a lot of vanilla, so you might recognize Temple of Ahn'Qiraj, but I don't think Greek Wario plays a lot of Season of Discovery. And this is apparently the rainbow version of the game. Yeah, this guy's got a toy that just like broadcasts a rainbow between themselves and the target. Anyways, this is the Season of Discovery version of Temple of Ahn'Qiraj, and we're playing in a like community fresh event. So they're not official fresh servers, but we've got like many thousands of players that all grouped together, and they decided, you know, lock our experience at 25, 40, and 50 for like a week each, and then lock which raids we can go to. So we're doing Temple of AQ in this group for the first time, and everyone in here has like tier 1 and tier 2 gear. So our gear is not super strong. So we're gonna, you know, some of these bosses might be a bit of a struggle. Or, you know, or maybe not, I don't know. We did bring 30 people, and the Season of Discovery version of this is supposed to be for 20. But, you know, our gear's mid, so it'll work out fine, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what we're up to. I think we are almost done sorting out the loot from Battleguard Sartura, and then we'll move on to Fankriss. Formula Enchanted Totem. Increase the amount healed by Chain Heal and Healing Wave by 3%. Nope. I do not need an enchanting formula. I've got Herbalism and Leatherworking on this character. Tie roll. 78 and 78. Oh, damn, okay. Tailoring pattern. Silk Cloak. Stamina, Intellect, Spirit. Chance to hit. And Spell Power. Pretty powerful crafted thing. Got a Gamba pull? Oh yeah, let's do a pull for Fetish of the Sand Reaver dropping. Prediction. Star prediction. Will Fetish of the Sand Reaver drop from Fankriss? Will Sand Trinket drop from... I had too many characters in the name of the prediction. Okay. Will Sand Trinket drop from Fankriss? Okay. There's technically 2 places we could get it in this raid, right? Fankriss can drop it directly, and then the treasure chest after Huhuran has a low chance of having the Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket as well. But this prediction will just be for if it drops specifically from Fankriss. All right. Action time again. We'll just go through here. Little Crimson Tempest there. That's the main thing we can do for AoE. There's like a AoE rupture, basically, just puts bleed damage over time on everyone nearby. Lots of Crimson Tempest damage. Love that. Mobs from behind. I'm not going to focus on those. I'm going to focus on the ones in front. Look at that. Rogue AoE that's not completely and utterly terrible. Captain Stab's doing more though. He's playing Mutilate, so he's gotten a lot of instant poison damage too. That Crimson Tempest, it is like a chance to trigger your poison on everything that it gets applied to. Shit. I have to move out of the poison on the ground. 131 Crimson, 146 Crimson. Yeah, so we did pretty similar amounts of Crimson Tempest, and then he just had way more other damage. The tough part about hiding in the cubby like that is every time you get in combat, you have the potential for poison to just spawn under the raid. And if everyone's stacked on top of each other, then the poison's going to be hitting everyone. Let's see, do we need to resummon? Ooh, Numi's Mud. Shit. Tough thing is this boss has a super duper big aggro radius, so if someone accidentally goes a little bit too far forward, we might pull the boss before we can manage to summon this person. We currently have 60,000 points believing on the Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket against only 28,000 doubting. I think it's less than 50% to drop. It's like more likely that it doesn't drop than it does. Alright, we got this guy summoned. Excellent. Soulstone up on them. Heart of the Lion. I think we're good to go. Ready, check.
Death is close.
Alright. Full timer's out. Boss is almost certainly going to get pulled early. Maybe those guys behind are getting pulled too. The guys from behind did not get pulled. That's good. Uh-oh, that's a tank death. That's probably okay. We're probably gonna knock him down anyways. He's only at 20%. I think he does a stacking mortal wound, like preventing incoming healing. So like if you don't just super blast him super quick, like the tank is eventually gonna die because it gets too many stacks of the healing reduction. So with our Dookie gear, we were unable to kill him before that became relevant. Alright, closing the prediction. And submissions. All these bug dudes are just chilling. Then all of a sudden, 40 people just appear and want to fuck them up. That's kind of how all the World of Warcraft raids and dungeons work, you know? The guys are just chilling. And, let's see, double Pauldrons of the Unrelenting, Barbed Choker. Oh, this got soft reserved by Frustration. Would have been good for us. Woodlord's Insignia. Tarnished Undermine. Real looks like no sand trinket. Unlucky. Unlucky. Maybe we get it off of the treasure chest later, but we don't get it from Fankriss. Yo, what polearm does this guy have? I think this is the one from Zul'Gurub. One from Bloodlord Mandakir. Oh yeah, Halberd of Smiting. Nice.
Simon Eyes is a genius.
I am Thor with a change hat request. Alright, new hat. We need a good hat for defeating Viscidus. How about this one? This one will probably help us defeat Viscidus. Back to the pizza thing. Thin or thick crust? I'd go for a thin crust. If I had to, you know, they both have their merits. I like them both, but if I had to pick one or the other, thin crust wins out for me. They're trying to get people to roll on loot. Some people are maybe not paying attention to the loot, so, you know, a bit of a struggle there. $95. All right, that's a good roll. Against the 50. Garage Bindings of Command. All right, 2 people soft reserved it. Wait, I see 2 reserves. This is only showing 1 reserve. Is my thing bugged, maybe? Hang on. All right, I confirmed that the raid leader knows what my soft reserves are. See, exclamation point, SR, Death Sting, Fetish of the Sand Reaver. Okay, so even if other stuff on my Pauldrons of the Unrelenting, wait, Tide, wait, but there's 2 of those, I think. All rolled 3, Snaggle and Tease. Snaggle 1 and Tease, there's a second one, yep, okay. They both get them anyways. Let me see if the mages are on Frozen Orb yet. Icy Veins. Oh, shoot. I don't know what slot Frozen Orb is actually on. Well, this mage is definitely not on it. Mass Regen, Missile Barrage, Arcane. It's a Cloak, Frozen Orb. Okay, and then this guy is on... Oh, he is on it. Okay, I must have just glanced over it. Or maybe he changed it. Maybe I just missed it. Who knows? Whatever. Yeah, they're both on Frozen Orb. Shamans do Poison Cleansing Totem. Okay. Okay, so this is the strategy. I put it all in raid chat. I couldn't speak and type at the same time. the Viscidus strategy, I talked about it a little bit before, but the idea is we're going to drop him to 10% health before we shatter him. So we're going to do no frost attacks until we get him to 10%. Then we're going to shatter him, and we're not going to have to deal with any globs. We're going to do a single shatter, and he's just going to die. And that works in this version because he only has like a 50% damage shield right now. In the vanilla version, the strategy would not work because he would have a 99% damage shield in this phase, and you could not effectively damage him. Alright, so a lot of people like might not have been paying attention, so I'm trying to look to see if it looks like people are hitting with frost attacks. So I could call them out and tell them to not do that. I made sure to tell people not to hit with frost. I don't see any obvious frost attacks, but there's a lot of graphics going on. I could be missing some, but whatever. Looks like we're good. Oh yeah, this is the spread out mechanic. We're fine. Okay, good, great. Way. Oh no, our mage is dead twice. I think he's at Sea Army once before. But I think I'm not sure if he got rezzed. Back away. Standing in poison. 2 poisons. This toxin cloud, we need to not be in that. Trying to find a melee angle. I don't think I can get into melee range without... Okay, we're almost there. There's I don't know, these toxin clouds and the boss isn't getting moved at all out of the toxin clouds. Okay. Alright. We're not, Oh, it's frozen. Shatter it, shatter it, shatter it. Boss is dead. Okay. So that didn't work as well as it should have because we lost one of our 2 mages. So we lost like half of our frost attacks. But, oh well, yeah, we got it. The trouble is, Frozen Orb is a cooldown. Frozen Orb accounts for a massive, massive number of frost attacks. And it's a cooldown. So, oh wow, triple sovereignty binding. We'll roll for one of those probably. So if you try to freeze him multiple times, you need to rely on significantly less effective sources of frost attacks to cause the freeze. Because, like, you only have so many frozen orbs, right? If you do it this way, you can just completely negate the freeze mechanic with just 1 or 2 uses of frozen orb, and then it's GG. So, a little slow on the damage, we lost some people, but we got it down first try, so I'd say it's good. Let's see. This one should be open. I rolled a 12. I'm not winning that. Renubiz, hello. How's it going?
You betray your friends.
So we kind of just like skipped the ooze killing mechanic. Normally, if you freeze it early and shatter it, instead of just dying like it did when we did it right here, it'll split into a bunch of small oozes. And the oozes are attackable and you can kill them rather easily. And then they all try to run back to the center and reform into the boss. Unless you have very coordinated AoE, you're not going to kill all of them. The boss is going to reform, and you're going to restart the whole cycle of freeze, shatter, split into oozes. So yeah, I mean, I like skipping that and only doing 1 freeze. One chest and leg token in AQ earlier. How about you? Well, AQ's going good so far. No loot dropped for me. I soft reserved the... Well, no, the sovereignty tokens dropped, but they aren't super good for me. I lost the roll on them anyways. And then we missed on... What was it? The trinket. The trinket didn't drop. I was the only soft reserve on... Fetish of the Sand River. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now because I'm trying to do stuff. Big pog damage.
Keep it up, my little king.
Pino Flacco coming in with a Prime Gaming. Thank you very much, Pino Flacco, for 18 months of support. That's 1.5 years of enjoying the Simon Eyes Show. I'm glad for your continued support. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Pino Flacco. So what we're doing right now is we've got this Curse of Decay debuff. We started getting it when we did Viscidus, and what it does is periodically it puts a bunch of poison on everyone in the raid, and then they have to, it's like a debuff on everyone in the raid that lasts like 5 or 6 seconds, and then when it expires, you explode for nature damage. So when it goes out, everyone has to quickly spread out, or else they like overlap each other with these nature damage explosions. If I run ahead and click this crystal, it changes it into something else that's way less annoying to deal with. So that's a good thing to do. After Viscidus dies, you should have a rogue run ahead like this to click this crystal, so you don't have to deal with that annoying mechanic while handling all this trash. So now it's debilitating. It's different. It's not the same. I don't know what it is. It's not very descriptive, but it's not the thing that it was before. And then we can go back to our regular cloak. I'd equip the Filcher's Cowl because it gives me a big bonus to my stealth, so it made it less likely that any of those enemies would detect me while I was trying to sneak past them. So I'm really hoping we get Death's Sting from Cthulhu. I'm the only soft reserve on Death's Sting. Be a very big upgrade for me because I'm playing backstab build, so having like a high damage main hand is really good, which is kind of weird because like my weapons suck completely. Like when you have bad weapons, I'd say the like best performance build is probably Mutilate or Saber Slash because they're least reliant on like having good weapons. But I like playing backstab, and it lets me apply Sebaceous Poison for the raid when I need to, so it gives me some like raid utility. So we are playing backstab. We have gear that supports backstab. We don't exactly have weapons that line up with like weapons that are ideal for backstab. So getting Death Sting, which is a weapon that is definitely ideal for backstab, would be huge. Yeet. Uh-oh. Did not aggro anything else. Good. Like we cleared out most of these guys. This room is a little tricky sometimes because there's a lot of crisscrossing patrols. So if you don't pull it back carefully, you end up pulling multiple packs at once, which definitely happened when I was away clicking the crystal. As we came back, I saw like a bunch of mobs and a bunch of people dead. They definitely double pulled some packs. You guys see the Gilded Scarab yet? Oh, I forgot about that. In my group, they just ignored it. I haven't seen it, but I'm not sure if... You know, we might have passed it already accidentally and not noticed it. I wasn't looking out for it. Brood of Snaz Dormu members. That is the raid we are doing. The Snooze Fest. It's Temple of AQ. For most people, not their favorite raid. Not saying it's illegal to like this raid, but if I was president, you'd go to jail if you liked this raid. You know. But, you know, I'm not president, so... Yeet. Alright, this is our rogue tank in the run. I think rogue tank is pretty cool. I don't know if I would want to see rogue tank in Season of Discovery, or sorry, in like Classic Plus or not, but man, it's been, because I feel like rogue tank is kind of like not really in the class fantasy of rogue, right? It's kind of like rogue's not supposed to be drawing the enemy's attention and getting the enemy to focus on them, right? Rogue's supposed to be like stealthy and like in the shadows type of gameplay, right? So it's kind of like antithetical to the rogue like fantasy. That's my only concern with rogue tank. Aside from the class fantasy problems, holy hell, it is very, very handy and very nice to be able to tank. Because like you can get dungeon groups way easier if you just say, I'm going to tank. And then you can get a dungeon group. Whereas it's a big struggle to get dungeon groups when you can only be a damage dealer, right? There's so much convenience and, like, like, good stuff added by, like, having a viable tank build. So, if they put Rogue Tank in Classic Plus, I'd be okay with it. But I'm kind of on the fence just because it seems like so antithetical to Rogue class fantasy. Rivalry says, brother, if rogues can't tank in Classic Plus, I'm not playing Rogue. Nightmare waiting around for tanks to play the game. I can appreciate that point of view. I think when Karazhan came out originally, I'm pretty sure I tanked, like, all but 2 runs. And I did, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 runs across my 3 different rogues. I just felt better, especially about Karazhan, because that's kind of a hard dungeon. I felt way better about doing a run if I was the tank versus someone else tanking that didn't know what was going on. I just tanked on all my rogues. I was like, all right, we got an off spec for tanking, a main spec for damage dealing. All my rogues are tanking Karazhan crypts for their runs. Ooh, I should cancel this, re-up the buff. Alright, Huhuran time. We have one more chance to see the Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket. There's going to be a treasure chest that spawns after Huhuran that could contain it. Very low chance. It contains 1 item from any of the previous 3 bosses. So, lots of possible items that could be there. Low chance that it's the one we want. But it could be. Whoopsies. Wrong button. Did not mean to press a kick there. Meant to Crimson Tempest. Oh, slept. Okay, that's fine. Damn, should we go Mutilate next raid so we can do big damage like Captain Stabs? Or do we think he's doing way more damage than me because his gear's enchanted, unlike mine, and has way better weapons, unlike mine? I think we would probably do more damage if I spec'd Mutilate, but I wouldn't be able to apply a Sebaceous Poison as easily. Uh-oh. Slept. I'm still slept. Ah, boss is dead. We're good. Okay, I'm beeline to the treasure chest.
Certainly.
I do not want to deal with a bunch of other people attempting to loot it. Scarab Brooch is the item. This. Alright, so I link it. I was the first one in the chest. I linked it so other people that want to see what dropped can also see what dropped. You know? Let's see. Bindings of Dominance. I didn't even look at the actual boss loot. We got Gloves of the Messiah, Ring of the Martyr, Command. Oh, Armaments. We could go for those. I will definitely roll on Armaments. And then if we get Death Sting, probably... Would I pass those or would I use both? I think I might use both. I'm not sure. Whatever. We'll roll on the Armaments. Gloves of the Messiah. Nope. Yeah, I can't remember what the weapon speed on Pugio is in this version. I know in vanilla it's a 1.7. Can't remember if it's changed here. I'll look it up right after we do the roll. I know it's good. You know, good. Look, it's not hard for it to be better than the weapons I've got, and it's definitely better than the weapons I've got, even if I don't remember the exact details. Armaments. Boom. Damn. Mud Sergeant rolled a 100. Frick. Oh well. Unlucky. Mantle of Maz Nadir. What is this? Some caster stuff. When do proper enchants come online with this phased business like the OP ones? Oh, shit, hang on. We just opened up access to Nightmare Dragons, Ruins of AQ, Temple of AQ, and Karazhan Crypts. So, a lot of the good enchants come from Karazhan Crypts, but then the good weapon enchants come from Scarlet Enclave, which is still not available in our phased, like, guild thing. So, basically everything except for weapon enchants, of the, like, premium weapon enchants, basically everything except for that is available enchant-wise. You know, you can get 9 agility to Bracer, 15 agility to Glove. Yeah, the good ones. I guess there's not that many good stuff. How we doing today, Mr. Simon? What have I missed so far? Buckman, you just missed Temple of AQ where we didn't get any loot yet. So, you know, not too much. But we're working towards Twin Emperors. Do Twin Emperors, Ouro, and then Cthulhu. Hoping to see some big loot off of Cthulhu. And Twin Emperors can drop a very good bracer also. Bracers of Ahn'Qiraj Execution. Ahn'Qiraj Execution Bracers. I forget exactly what they're called. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, no one soft reserved these, so they'd be open roll. We'd be able to roll for them. Scarab Brooch. Magical heals provide the target with a shield. We got one of these off of Viscidus, and then we got it in the treasure chest again, so we got 2 total. Tuned Force Reactive Disc. Look at that. Engineering recipe, but the shield itself does not require engineering. Interesting. Totem of Thunderous Strikes. Damage of Storm Strike and Wind Fury. The reason there's such a long-ass pause after every third boss is this incredibly stupid treasure chest mechanic. And it's mostly fine, but there's the one stupid aspect is everyone wants to loot their Tarnished Undermine reels off of the boss. Everyone can loot the boss at the same time, no problem. But the treasure chest can only be looted by one person at a time and has like a 3-second opening time for each person. And every individual needs to go and loot it. And then there's a bunch of items inside the chest, which the raid leader obviously can't roll out because everyone else is trying to loot their Tarnished Undermine reels, so the raid leader can't get into the treasure chest. It's just a, just a whole disaster. I think this is not tanked currently. Evasion? Nope. Not fast enough. I think maybe it got... I saw a hunter pet run towards it. Yeah, this hunter pet. I wonder if it got pulled and, like, the tanks weren't aware that it was about to get pulled. We wiping? Fire immune? Oh! Our tank was trying to generate threat with fire spells. That actually makes so much sense. Why that didn't work. These mobs have a bunch of random abilities. It's like a bunch of A or B abilities, right? It either gets, you know, like fire and arcane immunity or frost and shadow immunity or something like that, some combination. And it did the coin flip and it got the fire immunity one. So then our tank that normally uses fire spells as their primary threat generation didn't do very well. As you can see, the whole raid, did not friendly fire, 20,000 damage of, I believe that's plague damage, probably. It also had plague mechanic. Yeah, that's one of its randomly selected abilities there, too. So that puts a debuff on one person and then causes that person, yeah, it's right here, periodically inflicting nature damage on nearby party members every 3 seconds. Yep. Hoping the rogue tank can get better aggro on the next fire immune one. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine if you've got a warlock tank and a shaman tank, those both rely on fire damage spells, but the rogue tank should not rely on those. Shouldn't have any problems with the immunities that these guys can gain. I tried to explain all the mechanics of these guys. Fire and arcane. Is it? Okay, yeah, it's two at a time. Whatever. Like, when you explain bosses and mechanics and stuff, you don't have to get every detail right. And if you try to explain every single detail, usually you explain too much and people get confused and they don't pay attention to the important stuff. What you really got to do when explaining stuff is you really have to explain it in the most basic and simple way possible. Damn. Okay, that's not good. Trying to get a distract on him. I don't know if I aggroed it or someone else did. But we didn't pull this far enough back. That's basically what happened. I think we can kill it. I think we're killing it. It's going to explode and die. It's dead. Okay. We made progress. They'll start playing Commander Keen instead of listening. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you explain the boss for too long and make it too complicated, your raiders are just going to tune it out completely anyways. Commander Keen is a game for MS-DOS, which is the operating system that Microsoft made before they made Windows 98. I believe that's the times MS-DOS into Windows 98. Yeah. That's an operating system that existed, like, literally before the internet was widespread. Commander Keen. So you can now play Commander Keen just on your web browser. Go Internet Archive Commander Keen 4. id Software. Publication date 1991. The entire game is 3.4 megabytes. And it is a very hard game. It's basically a platformer. You got a little ray gun, and you can jump, and you can pogo stick to jump higher. But what makes it so freaking hard is you don't have a health bar. Literally everything that hurts you one-shots you and kills you, and you have to start the level over. Like, if you beat that game without using an infinite lives cheat, like, you're actually a gamer, okay? It is hard to beat that game without using infinite lives. So what I've been doing recently, a favorite thing of mine, is whenever my Tempest Keep groups get to Kael'thas and start explaining the Kael'thas strategy, I just pull up Commander Keen and start playing Commander Keen until they're done explaining Kael'thas, and then I tab back into the game. I'm not here to listen to your whole idea of how Kael'thas needs to go. I'm going to pick up my Warp Slicer, I'm going to pick up my Infinity Blade, I'm going to dispel the mind controls, and I'm going to kick some fireballs, and I'm going to move out of the fire shit on the ground. And you know what? I'm going to Blade Flurry in the weapons phase, and I'm not going to die to any of the advisors. Like, I know what I'm doing. The rogue strategy is, like, never going to change based on the group. If you're looking for something, like, cool to do, like, honestly, you can find a lot of old games for free on the Internet Archive website that you can just play in your browser. Commander Keen, Hocus Pocus, Jill of the Jungle, some of my favorite old games. Really cool. There's like DOS Archive also is like another website that does that. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. You could just get totally free. How old are you? Look, I'll talk about things that might date me a little bit, but I'm not saying exactly how old I am. I prefer to keep as much of my personal information off of the internet as is feasible for a streamer. Somewhere between 30 and 70. Might be. Yeah, maybe. That could be right. Over 9,000 years old. That would be way too old. I think he's Shadow Bolt. Nice. Easy. Got the easy abilities on that one. I think this one's going to be Meteor and Thunderclap. They have these indicators on their hands, but the indicators are actually opposite of what the abilities are. So, like, they always get Shadow Bolt or Meteor. And then they always get... Wait, no, that's not right. Meteor or Plague. And then Shadow Bolt or Thunderclap. I think this guy's... this guy was, I think, Shadow Bolt... Or sorry, Thunderclap and Plague. I mean, we see that he's Plague. I think his other one was... Whatever, never mind. It's Twin Emperor's time. How many tanks do we actually have? I think my display here is bugged, because I'm probably going to have to do some explanation here.
Your friends will abandon.
Look at this. Such a cool part. Wait, the Gilded Scarab? No, the Gilded Scarab is right in the middle. Ooh. If it runs very far... You can't approach it. Don't run into it. Don't... Okay, first we gotta do Gilded Scarab. We might, we will all go in on a timer and nuke and stun the Scarab. If we don't kill it fast, it will despawn. Need to stay directly in center so we don't pull boss. Pull boss. Alright, so this thing spawns somewhere in the instance, every instance. The goal is to kill it before it runs away, and we did a good job there. We got it. Now walk down the center to the back wall. Formula Enchant Bracer spell power, 12 spell damage on Bracer. Interesting. They're not coming to the back wall. They're not following even the first direction I'm trying to give them. Let's see. Who are the healers? I know who the tanks are, but I don't know who the healers are. We have to divide up the healers. Ricci will tank north. Becklor to begin with. Mudshoot will tank south. Beck Nilash to begin. Most of raid will go south and DPS that boss. You need to split the healers to... We need, say, 2 healer volunteers to go north with Frici. Duras, you will be backup tank if someone dies. Also, Scarab tank for the Scarab ads. Let's see. Royce, Numi, Ricci all go north. Everyone else will go south. Bosses will swap positions occasionally. Everyone just stays where they are and DPS the boss that is at their location. No immunities on these bosses in this version. Okay, I mean, that's basically it. You just have to split the groups up. We can position at the base of the steps, but not much closer. Do this, do this.
Uh-huh.
If you are going north, go north. If you are going south, go south. I feel like no one's listening to me. I'm giving them people these directions to go places, and they're all just standing there. This is very difficult for, like, I'm trying my best to give people the instructions they need to do the thing, and they're just standing there, like no one's talking to them. You have to herd the sheeps. Yep. Almost back. Can I get a 1-2? Oh, this guy had to get summoned, I believe. Or go out to repair, I think. Frici. Okay, I think we're good. When's Lust? Oh, we don't get that in this version. Do we use Vantus Rune? I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, well, let's blast it. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, I think I'm forgetting something. There's going to be eye tentacles that spawn. You know what? Let's just hope the eye tentacles aren't a big deal. But the eye tentacles spawn up there because we're in hard mode. It's a hard mode mechanic. Could be an issue. Let's just assume that it's not going to be an issue. No tentacles have spawned yet. The problem with our positioning is that we're very far away from where the tentacles spawn, so it's not really effective for us to try to defeat the tentacles, to kill them. So they're just going to spawn and they're going to do mind flays, and we're just going to have to tank the damage from it. Healing potion. Our tanks are all still alive. It's a bit spooky with this guy doing the arcane explosions. Tank's still alive. Still alive, still alive. Alright, we got it, we got it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Boom.
I know your pain.
Alright, it's not over yet. Tentacles ended up not being a big enough issue that, like, we had to worry about it. We'd get a good number of them spawning, and we're probably losing people here to all these mind flays, but we're gonna clean it up. No wipe. Easy peasy. Alright, let's see what loot we got. We're hoping to see the Bracer, Karaji Execution Bracers. Those would be really good. Gloves of the Hidden Temple, great tanking gloves. Intact entrails, regalia, double entrails. Alright, let's see what's on the other guy. Intact Viscera is rolling out right now. I need a little bit bigger chat window to see all of this. Armaments? Yo, I'll roll for an armaments. Okay, I rolled a 23. I'm not winning that. One of those dropped before and we lost the roll. Oh, execution bracers! Yo! Yo, those are very good. Okay, execution bracers, maybe? One with a roll of 55. Execution bracers rolling out now. Boom! 100 on the execution bracers. We finally got a good roll. Let's go. These guys are very good. This stat reduces chance for your attacks to be dodged or parried is extremely good. All right. So, do we equip those immediately? Yes, of course we do. They don't even break a set bonus. Yeah, those are just insta-equip. Look at this. 5 strength, 1 hit. And we're going from that to 15 strength, 16 agility, 1 hit, and reduced chance to be dodged or parried. Huge up. Nice. And doesn't even compromise any of my set bonuses, because my previous bracer sucked and didn't give me any set bonuses. Oh, never mind. They're not. I was about to explain the trash, but I didn't realize they were rolling loot still. I'll give an off-spec roll to these gloves of the Hidden Temple. Intact entrails. I think there's 2 of these and there's 2 soft reserves, so... Yep, 1 is the only reserver. Imperial Regalia. So this is like the armaments, but this gives the caster weapons, whereas the armaments gave the physical DPS weapons. Oh, they're doing a 5-minute break. Okay, okay. We're not going directly into the trash. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to explain the trash at all then. We could play Commander Keen. What do you guys think about that? Wizzy, hello, says, I was here for the 100 roll. Yeah, dude, we got some good loot. Got some good loot. Okay. My favorite MS-DOS game. New game. Obviously, we're playing on easy mode. The first 2 levels, they kind of suck. We just jump through them. Can I turn the volume down, but not muted? That's just how it's gonna be, I guess. It's a little loud in my ears. If it's fine for you guys, then I can deal with it. Points. We get SoD pops. Oh, that snail, or the slug would have killed me if it touched me. Whoops. Oh. The momentum is a little hard to get used to in this game. Extra gunshots. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get fucked. So, I've limited ammunition. I didn't really need to kill that guy, but I just wanted to show you guys that I've got a blaster and I know how to use it, okay? Slips into Slug Village. These first 2 levels, like, you could go down below and there's like other stuff you could do in them and whatever, but they're lame and I'm skipping that. Ooh, wait, he's turning around, he just pooped. Yeah, slime poop is extremely toxic. Pogo stick for extra big jump. And if you touch the slug or the slug's poop, then you die. It's extremely toxic. Okay. Alright, first 2 levels out of the way. Now we can get to, like, a real level that doesn't suck. Go to one of the pyramid levels. Go up here to Sandcastle level. This is like magical invisible dome level. How about Oasis level? Life Water Oasis? Ooh, I think I remember this one. I did it in one of my previous playthroughs. Alright, so it's a basic platformer game. We gotta, like, figure out where to go. I just hit a switch. I don't really know what that switch did, but presumably it's good. Oh, I just got some hidden extra points up there. We can go down that pink pole soon. Thing dropped down. What are we doing here? Whoop, whoop, oh, nope. God damn. No! Maybe I should not be on the pogo stick. Fuck. There. Okay, I think I can do this. Oh, got it. Okay, down this pole. And go into this gate. Okay. Oh, that's falling down. Let's just jump off of it right away. And we need the green key, which luckily is just right over there to our left. So no problem there. There we go. Okay, green key opens the door. This is the same falling platform situation. Old wizard. What's this? Thank you so much for rescuing me. I'll return to the Oracle Chamber immediately. No sweat, O Guardian of Wisdom. Wait, is this the end of the level? Did I win? Enters the I guess I win. Dude, I rescued the Oracle of the Oasis. Let's go in the Sandcastle level now. Largest says this low-key is kind of a complex game considering it was released like 35 years ago and all packed into 3.4 megabytes. Call me impressed. Dude, I mean, this is back when you had to distribute the game on a floppy disk. So, like, you couldn't make the game be 60 gigabytes because the medium you could distribute it on sucked ass. So people were, like, the programmers were probably better than they are today because they actually had to work around, like, constraints and get creative with how they coded things instead of just making the game bigger. Alright, the programmers were different than they are today. Let's not say better, but... Okay. They were Soapy says better. Okay, I'll go for it, you know. I'll go for it. I'll say better. Let's see.
Simon Eyes is a genius.
Are we re-rolling the armaments? I rolled a 30. I think the guy who won them didn't actually want the armaments and he didn't realize it, so we were re-rolling it. Splix with a change hat request. Alright. New hat. Let's see. Do any of our tanks know how to pull this? You know what? We could just go tank build. It's time. It's time. I'm missing the opportunity here by trying to yap about it. The patrol was in a good position, so I just grabbed it. Beard. What are you waiting for? I don't know, Alpha Rail. They just said, like, 5-minute break in the middle of the raid since it's kind of a long raid. We wanted to give people a break. I don't have another sprint. So I might not be able to effectively pull these packs. Single pack. Oh shit! Someone flame shock it so it can vanish. Perfect. Oh, getting my ass whirlwinded. Okay. Oh, where he going? Immune to stun. Nice. This time we have to wait to res before we pull the next one. Can't even tremor it. Yup. It's mana burn, fleeing in fear. Simon, are you going to do AQ Temple with your warrior also? Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow? Just face aggro this pack. Come on, come on. There we go. Please don't kill me. Don't kill. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Save me. Someone save me. Save me. Oh, yes. Yes, someone else aggroed it because they healed me. Evasion. Oh, yes, we got it. Nice. Usually the tank does this. Or someone with, like, better ranged attacks. But I can do it well enough, and I mostly know what I'm doing to avoid, you know, double pulling. So, whatever. I'm just doing it because I know how to do it. Isn't there a repair guy before Cthulhu? Maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, he got intentionally killed so he can get to the outside of the raid. That's actually smart. Yeah, that's really smart. Why is this guy in the Noxious Lair? Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Double champion pack. Weird. Now this fear, I think you can remove with like normal fear removal. The mana burn fear, you could not remove with normal fear removal effects. God, this trash is so miserable. You know what's crazy? What's crazy? The craziest part about this, in Season of Discovery, they added more trash between Twin Emperors and Ouro. There's actually more trash mobs in the Season of Discovery version than there are in the vanilla version. Absolutely insane. Why did they do that? They added, there's one, honestly, it's one guy. It's one mob in particular that they made have there's like an extra boss guy. Stinkfist says, hello Simon, any new phase loot yet? Yes! We rolled a 100 on the Karaji execution bracers. We didn't even soft reserve this. And that replaced Black Mist Arm Guards. And we're the only soft reserve on Death's Sting. So if that shit drops, you know, that's good. I went for Fetish of the Sand Reaver also. I was also the only soft reserve on that, but didn't drop. Didn't come from the treasure chest either. Alright, we're waiting on this Warlord patrol. Those braces were better than SE tier on my warrior while gearing up. Yeah, I believe it, dude. I mean, they got the reduced chance to be dodged or parried. Which is a huge stat for melee damage dealers. Green resonating crystal. Do we really need a special resonating crystal? I feel like we got the tamed Silithid tank. I feel like we're okay. They are destroyed. Those are not birds. Brother, it's got wings. How is it not a bird? How is it not a bird? It has wings. I feel like everyone knows what I'm talking about if I say the bird. Right? Bumblebees have wings? Yeah, they're also a type of bird, don't you know? Planes? Yeah, they're all just within the bird family of animals. Okay, I have to think about how do we do Ouro? Do we, like, care about it at all? We just say all 3 tanks fight for threat. And we also say if you're not actively tanking, you need to be behind the boss, and then when you start actively tanking, you go into the main position. I think that pretty much solves it. Keep it simple. I want to have a whole, like, complicated strategy of, like, careful positioning for the whole raid. If I can reduce it down to, like, the tanks having positioning requirements, and then everyone else can just zug, then that's a good strategy. Oh, I'm tanking? I'm tanking. Because I did the most damage, that's why. Actually, I didn't do the most damage. Captain Stabs did the most damage. Well, close enough. Just did AQ Ruins hard mode and got flawless blue Kraju resonating crystal, says Secret. Excellent. Did you have a 100% mount before? Or is that your first 100% speed, like, free epic mount? Because it's best, yeah, it's best when you get that mount as, like, your free epic mount. That has been my plan. First mount, 100% free. Excellent. That's the way you want it to go. Do you get any of the set pieces? The set pieces in there are super, super, super good for Rogue. You want all 3 of those Veiled Shadows set pieces, really. Got the cloak. Nice. That guy's dead. W fear spam. Yeah, that's... Welcome to Temple of AQ. Tainley is in Silithus. What is this guy doing? I don't know when this guy joined. We must have had like a lever and he's trying to come over here. But this is our last trash pack before Ouro, so we should probably be able to get Tainley back in. Ooh, I feel like if Fratzy comes in, they might reserve Cthulhu loot, because what else would they reserve? Death Sting, Agony. Alright, well, the 2 items we care about on Cthulhu are still unreserved, so no problem. You ever use your shift 3 for fear? Sometimes when I remember, which is not often.
Your friends will.
Okay, someone clicked the crystal. Here is the strat. All 3 tanks fight for threat. If you are currently tanking, face the boss away from raid. If you are not tanking, go behind boss. If it swaps to you as tank, you gotta spin around to face it away. It will swap sometimes. That's the tank strat. For everyone else, why is my camera like wigging out like this? For everyone else, the main relevant mechanic is the floating eyeball. Floating eyeball will spawn sometimes. Then a few seconds later, it will AoE fear everyone who is looking at it. If you see the eyeball spawn, you need to turn your character away from it. GG. Rest of the strat is just Zug the boss. Other mechanics not very important. Alright, seems good. Seems good. Tremor works on the fear. IDK about Tremor. Just laugh at the people who get feared. Because it's their own fault. IMO. Great. Okay, ooh, I should fresh occult poison right here. Druid buff 3 minutes, they say. Oh yeah, Mark of the Wild. Rebuff Mark of the Wild, please. Oh, never mind. He dies in 2 minutes. That's actually true, yeah. Charge. There he is. Alright, so Jurass has it first. Oh, now Fritchie has it. He's got to face away. Alright, so it's important that the tanks who are not currently tanking, If you are not currently tanking, be sure to be behind boss. Oh, eyeball time. Facing away, but still hitting the boss a little bit. Nice. Oh, those guys definitely got feared. Shai Halud. Oh yeah, dude, it's like it's the guy from Dune. Is that Fear Berserker Rageable? Probably. They said you could remove it with Tremor Totem. So I bet Berserker Rage would work too. Yeet. Oh, that's a yeet into an eyeball. How many people are going to get feared by this? Ooh, okay. Not too many. Less than half the raid, I'd say. Jomgabar incoming. It could drop, but I didn't soft reserve it, so it won't be for me, even if it does. All right. We got Burrower's Shell, Burrower, this is a good tank trinket, Burrower Bracers. Oh, what the frick? Dude, I was trying to see all the cool loot. Intact peritoneum, intact viscera, burrower's shell, tanking trinket, burrower bracers. Okay, so none of that stuff's actually good for me. I mean, this is like an off-spec roll for me, but surely one of the actual tanks would actually take it, because it's a pretty decent trinket. Why is there shit after the boss dies? This raid is god-awful. Welcome to AQ. A lot of these players have never played this raid before. They do not know the misery that is Temple of Ahn'Qiraj, okay? They don't know. They're learning for the first time how miserable this raid is. God, okay, I'm gonna put up a quick prediction, a 2-minute prediction. Will we safely enter Cthulhu's room? That's 0 deaths after the first 3 I-beams, okay? And I'm gonna put it up for only 2 minutes, because in 2 minutes we're gonna be in front of the room. And if someone ninja pulls and the boss fucks up and kills everyone, that counts as a non-safe entry, okay? Even if we didn't attempt to intentionally enter, okay? This is Jesus Christ, this is the worst part of this whole, this is gonna be hard to explain. I'm really trying to think right now, how many of these mechanics can I skimp on the explanation? Because I don't want to spend the whole time, like, explaining fucking everything, because then people won't know. So I think we got to cover the entry. I think we got to cover spreading out in phase 1. Got to talk about the Dark Glare. Then we have to do the phase 2, where it's like, if you get sucked into the stomach, like, hit the guys on the side a little bit, and then just go in the middle and pop out. Do not go in front of the entrance to Cthulhu. Stay back. He aggroes Giga and wipes us if he aggro. I think that's simple enough. I'm trying to explain it to people that have never been in this raid before, right? So trying to explain it is like a little bit different compared to explaining it to people who might have been here before. This prediction is cheating. What? It's 6,000 points on believers against 18,000 doubters. I think there's no way I can reasonably do assigned positions. That's just not going to be possible. So we have to say spread out, and I think for a lot of the melee, we're just going to not be in melee range. Okay, so... Okay, listen up. We need to do the entry correctly, phase 1 correct, and phase 2 correct. 3 things to do. Do I have any tanks that know what they're... Jurass, do you know what you're doing here? Let me think about it. For the entry, our tank will run in alone, then everyone else will follow 5 seconds later. We must enter the room without casting any abilities at all. Enter the room and spread out entirely. No sprint, no blink, no totems, no shape-shifting, no renews, no shields, nothing except W key. Then, once we are in the room, some melee won't be able to fit in melee range. That's okay, just basically just AFK in the cuck corner. It's fine. Just spread out. Phase 1 is 2 things. Spread out, then also run around in a circle to avoid giant red laser that moves slow. If we do that right, we get to phase 3. Phase 2, I mean. Let's see, we get to phase 2. If in phase 2, some giant tentacle... we all stack on the entrance side, no more spreading out. We Giga Blast any tentacles that spawn and stun and interrupt them. Some people will get sucked into the stomach. If this is you, do a little bit of blasting on the stomach tentacles, but then exit quickly. You exit by standing on the center platform in the stomach, and it launches you out. Okay. Can I be in the cuck corner? Ask Axuhel. Yes, I'm gonna go in the cuck corner too, because like I'm not gonna take up space in melee. I know what I'm doing. Like, we just don't want the green laser beam to chain on people, right? And like we're gonna be fine. So I don't want to crowd the melee. Okay, your ass, you will you will enter first, but there is no real tanking in P1. So, Jurass, you run in when the countdown says 5. Everyone else runs in a few seconds later. Remember for the entry, nothing except W key. No sprint, no blink, no totem, no shapeshift, no nothing. Raid target icon. Raid come to X, but do not move past X. Alright, we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna give it a try. We're ready checking. Ready checking. We need everyone to be paying attention. Okay. Click Cauldron. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, let's give it a go. Here's the pull timer. This is what has to happen. I'm betting a priest renews someone. Or my guess is that this does not happen according to plan. No sprint. Looking for anyone casting any kind of spell. That guy cast a spell, but we're okay. Wow, this is a safe entry. There's no deaths. Oh, Lee, I didn't expect that. W raid, good entry. Wow. That really was not my expectation. I'm proud of the raid group now. I'm happy. I'm happy they did that right. Let's go. Oh, shit. He's about to dark glare. Big red... Oh, is Jurass gonna die to this big red laser? Is he... What's he doing? Wait. He's not doing the... Oh, the graphic isn't showing because... I think because my graphic settings are really low. No, these guys didn't die on the entry. It was a safe entry. I'm paying out the prediction as a safe entry. Will we safely enter Cthulhu's room? Yes. See, look, it hit the beam hit this guy, and then it chained into that guy, because they were stacked up. So every time it jumps, it doubles in damage. So that's why you gotta spread out. So we lost a few people. That's okay. Just gotta spread out. We're almost through this phase. Okay. There's the big beam. Big eye tentacle. I mean, great. They're getting the tentacles in back. DPS boss time. He turned purple. Is it more of a pink or a purple? I feel like it's actually a pink. He turns pink when he's vulnerable. We're gonna have to do a lot of these weekend phases, huh? %, not bad. Alright, the reason we stack up in this phase is because the big tentacles spawn on the location of a player, and we want them to spawn close to everyone so that we can get people attacking them as quick as possible. Right? If they spawn and like half the people are super far away, then they can't attack them, and it's an issue. Okay, we lost a few players there. We might not have the juice left to do it. Oh, Zug boss. Alright, let's see how far we progress on this one. This'll T used. If we do the same amount of damage as last time, then we're good to keep going. But if we significantly fall behind compared to how much damage we did last time, it might not be good. So we're going from... We had 30% damage last time. We got it from 100 to 70. If we get it to 40, 45, yeah, we're good to keep going, I think. Okay. 44, not quite as much. We have to move a little bit to attack this. All right. I'm just looking out for any tentacle spawns. Eye tentacles, big eye tentacle. Kicked. Nice. Excellent. Oh, shit. I got yeeted. Zug boss. It's nice we have no tentacles up. Alright, we get him sub 25 here. We're looking good. You know what? And if we get him a little bit shy, you know, we can just do a 5th weekend, right? The people we've got left, they're living. I think we're doing good. Yeah, sub 25. Nice. We're going to get this. I think we're going to get this in 4. Unless we have some, like, disastrous eye beam. Good work. Once more. All 3 rogues are still alive. I don't have to worry about, like, covering a sebaceous poison, because the other rogue's doing sebaceous. Oh, I went in the stomach. Okay, what can we get done here? What can we get done here? Potions on my action bar. Jump forward, hit this a little bit. Hit an evasion. Punk this guy a little. I'm gonna exit. I don't want to die here. There we go. Big eye tentacle. What's the deal? Is he not dead? He's stunned. He is dead now. Perfect. Okay. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Making sure there's a tank on this before I blast it. Don't want it to turn around. Zug boss. End it. Alright, here it is. Oh, we got stunned. It's from the big tentacle. The big tentacle stunned me. Alright, this is it. We need Death Sting. We need Death Sting. Come on, come on, come on. Death Sting or Belt of Never-Ending Agony. That could go, that would be good too, but really Death Sting is what we want to see here, okay? 8%. Ooh, 10 seconds. Can we do it? Can we do it? 4%. 3%. No! Need one more weaken. It's okay. 2%? Son of a bitch. Just do 2%? Dude, I hit him for 4 damage critical strike. I don't think that's happening. Nuke it. He's got like a 99 point something damage shield. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, yeah, frick. Oh, I-beam interrupted. Good, good, good. Interrupted. Kick you. Kidney shot you. Oh, wait, it's weakened again. Wait. It's dead! Wait, the eye tentacle is still alive and the boss died. Okay, 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 okay. Come on. Oh, there's a belt. There's a belt. I see a belt in the chat. Belt. No dagger, though. Frick. Can we get dagger out of the treasure chest? I'm going to the treasure chest to loot my reels. No, dude, this guy's going to beat me there. No, 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 no. And then it's going to be a disaster because then all the other people are going to be there, too. Shit. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Damn it. See, it's stuck open. Oh my god. And they're not even linking what's in the box. All right, I have a new tactic. Oh my god. I'm gonna restart my open and assume that it didn't work. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing again. There, so I started my open early. Void touched, Idol of the Sun. Wait, there's no actual drops in here. There's just the mount. What the fuck? Jaw of the Sand Reaver. Okay. Skin of the Old God. That's the rogue one. Okay, I'll roll for that. Looks like it's got some soft reserves, though. I didn't miss the belt roll, did I? No, I did not. We just need a fat roll for this belt, okay? Belt of never-ending agony. Thunderwood Poker incoming. That would be a little bit better than the Dragon Fang Blade. Although it would be, sad. How many Undermine Reels are we at? 131. So if we get just 19 more Undermine Reels, we can get the Dream Eater. Roycer says, he released Spirit after dying. He should still be able to loot it, because he was in combat with it at the start. But I guess not in this situation. Yeah, perfect poison quest. Yeah, Mike Lowry. From doing Ruins of AQ and Zul'Gurub. Jaw of the Sand Reaver. Fern says that's SR'd. I think something must be messing up with the SR add-on. A lot of things. It says you won already. Okay, yeah, it's getting sorted. Wait. Oh, has passed on? Per SR, you won. Okay, yeah. Loot. Okay, we gotta. No, there's no loot drama yet. We just gotta hit a fat roll on the belt, okay? I'm ready. I'm ready to hit another Hundy, just like on the Bracer, okay? I was thinking of maybe soft reserving this item, and, you know, in hindsight, guess I should have. All right, here it is. Never-ending agony. Boom! 79. That's a good roll. It's a good roll. It's a main spec. Oh, no. We had an 85 main spec roll from a Shaman. And a 93 from the Warrior that came in for only the damn it. It's okay. It's okay if other people get loot. It's okay. Jaw of the Sand Reaver. That's this one right here. Alright, that would have been sweet. But, unlucky. Didn't win it. That's okay. We got a very good Bracer. And we could still maybe win the mount out of the box here. Let's see if there's anything left on this boss. Cloak of Clarity. Oh, this is the one that was trying to get given to Roycer, but there was some problem because he was released Spirit. That was SR'd. What? Cloak? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's been an absolute healer raid. I wouldn't know because I don't really even pay attention to any of the healer items. I don't know how many healer items have dropped. Idol of Sun, Idol of Death, Idol of Death. These void-touched emblems. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. The most important roll. Orange Karaji Resonating Crystal. Boom! 55. Not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't say boom when I roll. I feel like that makes me roll bad. More often than not. What should we say when we roll instead of boom? Gotta be something else. Bazinga? I'm not doing Bazinga. Booyah, wahoo, huzzah, bam. Bam is like too close to boom. Lockthar? Loktar Ogar for the Horde. Victory, Shazam. I'm here to wear hats and win rolls, and I'm all out of hats. Well, that would be lying. I'm not out of hats. I got lots of hats. Place on weapons in AQ. They can only be placed on Ruins of AQ or Temple of AQ weapons. Broxigar with a hat change request. There it is. Okay. Oh, I should have passed. Okay, sweet. Good raid. W. Fun. Alright, well, we got a Bracer. Bracer's good. Cleared the raid. Do we even full wipe ever? Yes, we full wiped on Trash. We didn't even full wipe on any of the bosses a single time. But we full wiped on Trash multiple times, I believe. We had the Trash between Huhuran and Twin Emperors, and the Trash between Twin Emps. Did we full wipe on the Twin Emps to Ouro? No, we didn't. No, I think we only full wiped on Trash once, but we had a shitload of Trash deaths. Runes of AQ dagger. Kopi, the two best daggers you want to get right now are Dream Eater and a Dagger of Veiled Shadows. And then you run the 3-piece Veiled Shadows set with the ring and the cloak as well.